Aged paper can instantly elevate a prop, or completely ruin it. If it's too blotchy, it looks gimmicky, and if it's too light, it looks like it just came off the printer. If it's too dark, suddenly nobody at the table can read it anymore. And the real problem is that everybody has a different best solution to this problem. Whether it's coffee, tea, paint, dabbing, painting, soaking. But which one actually looks convincing at the table? Which one keeps the paper usable? And which ones just end up warping, curling, and cracking? So instead of guessing, we're going to run a side-by-side comparison with 3 of the biggest techniques between coffee, tea, and just painting. And we're going to see which one works the best for us. And by the end of this, you'll be able to decide for yourself which one you prefer and which method you'd like to take to your own tables. Now to begin, we'll need a few things. Some water, paper towels, the construction paper itself, and a pan to put this into. Now the construction paper that I got is the 9" by 12" True-Ray construction paper from Hobby Lobby. And the first technique we're going to try is a common one that I've seen on the internet, where you just take some instant coffee and put that into a paper towel. Then we're going to wrap that up nice and tight so that nothing falls out, and then we'll begin dipping that into water and wiping it over the entirety of the page. This will allow it to kind of work as a paintbrush and just apply that coffee color over the entire thing. Doing it this way did result in the darkest stain, and if you're looking for a very weathered and aged look, this is a good method. But if you want something that you can just write on and read easily, then I'd probably recommend a different method. This definitely has some application, and I could definitely see myself using it, but I'd probably do some other ones before this. Now to dry these out, we're going to be using just a simple hair dryer. This is going to be a little bit better than the oven, as it's going to want to curl in the oven, and this will give us just a nicer finish overall, more consistent. For the second method, we're just going to make some very strong tea in the same jar with some fresh water, and we're going to pour that over the piece of paper. And then from here, we're just going to take one of those tea bags and just use it as a brush to push the tea around and make sure that we're able to soak the entire page with that more evenly. Now, aging paper isn't just about making it look old. It's about making something look believable. And there's a difference. If it looks like you try too hard, heavy burn marks, super dark edges, dramatic stains everywhere, it starts to feel like a prop from a craft store instead of something that's lived in your world. Subtle usually wins at the table, in my opinion. But I'm curious, do you prefer heavy, dramatic aging or something more restrained and realistic? Let me know in the comments which camp you fall into. I read all of them, and it actually helps shape what I test in future builds. And if you're into practical props like this, things that genuinely make your table feel more immersive, consider subscribing. That's what this channel is all about. Now to get off some of that excess tea, we're going to just soak it up with a paper towel and take the hairdryer to it. This leaves us with a much more believable, in my opinion, weathered paper. It's a lot more yellowed and more consistent overall. Now for the third method, we're going to try just using some paint. This one was honestly probably my least favorite, but it still is worth trying and experimenting with. And if I were to try it again, I'd probably try some different colors, maybe some more yellows to get it closer to what the coffee and tea produce, but it is still a weathered piece of paper, not one that I might necessarily use. Now initially that was the test, but I wanted to experiment a little bit more with soaking it. So for this one, I went ahead and just took a scoop of the instant coffee and, much like the tea, made it into a single liquid instead of trying to brush it on there. This, I think, produced a more even look overall, and with the one scoop, it ended up with a product that looks a lot more like how the tea came out. I'd say it's a little bit more brown than yellow as the tea is, but it's very similar. Now, I wanted to really step it up for this next one to see if I could get to that darker look, so I did about 3 times as much, which is just 3 heavy teaspoons there into it, which made a nice dark coffee here, and poured that over and repeated that same process. Now, once it's dried, I didn't quite leave it as dark as the brushing it on with the paper towel that we did in the beginning, but it is much darker still. And I could see using any of these options for the coffee as well. I think I did prefer soaking it over the brushing it overall though. But now let's review them all side by side before we make a decision. First off, we're going to start with probably third place, the painted method. To me, this just didn't quite capture that same aged look as the coffee and tea did. Even though the color of the water looked good, I feel like it didn't quite stain it and didn't pull all of the color out. In person, it reads a lot more as a blue-gray than the brown itself. Next up is the tea. It's subtle, it's consistent, and when you hand it across the table under candlelight or warm room lighting, it doesn't scream craft project. It just feels like it belongs in your world, which is ultimately the goal when you're trying to put your players into a world that feels alive and immersive. And finally, we have the coffee options. First up, this is the one that we did the coffee in the paper towel and just smeared it all over it. It definitely gives you a lot of weathering, and you can see a lot more aging as the distress and marks are more apparent, but I think I prefer the looks of the stained more so than the wiped on there. And these are these two. This one is the one that only had the 1 scoop in the water and we let it stain and dry. It is a lot more like the tea, almost side by side. You almost can't tell the difference. It kind of just really comes down to what you want it to smell like overall. I think it's very usable, but I'd probably still go with the tea in this case, as it just reads a little bit more as a yellow in person. Now, compare that to the one that we had 3 times as much coffee in. It is much darker overall in how it pools and soaks, and you can definitely use this one as well. But after testing all 3 side by side between coffee, tea, and paint, tea is the one I keep finding myself coming back to. It gives you that warm, natural tone without overpowering the page. Ultimately, it's going to come down to your preference. But if you found this helpful, let me know which method you're going to try first down in the comments. And if you want more practical builds that actually improve your table, quest boards, handouts, immersive props, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for hanging out in the Craft Cave, and I'll see you in the next build.